Hey, so in this video, I'm gonna talk about webinars versus automated webinars and like when should you automate a webinar and when should you do a live webinar. So I had this conversation with this kid yesterday and he was telling me about how he wants to launch an automated webinar first and then get some traffic and figure out what's going on and then do it live. I was like, dude, okay, I'm not sure who you're listening to, but that's backwards thinking. Right? Like I don't ever recommend doing an automated webinar until you've done a live webinar at least 15, 20, or 25 times. And the reason why I say that is because I've been doing webinars clear back in 2010 before webinars were even hot, right? Like now webinars are hot. Everyone knows that webinars is a great way to sell anything. And there's a reason to that. It's because you get the opportunity to, build a relationship with people before you make an offer. That's really the reason, okay? And you have the opportunity to inspire and teach and position as a thought leader and then make an offer, right? So you have the time to do it. But a lot of people think that they can just automate their webinar, they can just send traffic, they can just sit back on the couch and then you can just collect a check. And I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but I don't recommend you do it that way because I haven't seen that be a successful model. I recommend if you're thinking about doing webinars and you haven't yet launched your webinar, do them live first. Back in 2010, we started doing personal development webinars, okay? And we did a webinar every single week, twice a week, Thursdays and Sundays for the entire year. Literally, for an entire year, we were on a live webinar twice a week. And we got better every single time. We got better at presenting, we got better at handling objections, we got better at answering questions before they came up, we got better at making the offer, and we got it to the point where it sings, right? But that didn't happen the first time around. That happened after constant improvement, constant refinement. And I would encourage you, if you're doing webinars or thinking about doing webinars, they are a great way to build relationships, build your list. They're a great way to sell your products and services. But I want you to embrace this value of constant improvement. With the Japanese call it Kaizen. Kaizen, constant improvement. And that's why Toyota has grown to be the company that they are today. And here's what I know. If you are not the one to do it, someone else in your market will. So get really good at it. I mean, doing webinars is great live because you get that live feedback, you get that live interaction. And nowadays, people can tell if it's live or it's not. They can tell if it's automated, right? But I don't know who is out there teaching that you should run automated webinars out of the gate because that's just not good advice, okay? I've been doing this for 12 years, guys. It's back since 2006. It's going on, 13 years now, and now that we're in 2019. But please, 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 whatever you do, launch a live webinar and get really good at it, okay? And improve it constantly until you get to the point where you're converting at 15 or 20% of the people that are on your webinar. So what that means is that when you make your offer, let's say your offer is $1,000. When you make your offer, if you're selling a $1,000 product, you want to be at that 15 to 20% range. And if you're not there at that 15 to 20% range, that means you got some work to do, okay? Maybe you need to hire someone to consult on your webinar presentation. Maybe you're not getting, there's all types of things that could happen with your webinar, okay? But let's say you have 100 people that are on. When you make the time, when you make the offer and then you say go to a URL to buy, okay? 15 or 20 people that are on your webinar should go over and purchase. Okay? If you've got a good offer, if you've made a compelling case, and if you've done your webinar right. Now, if you're under 15%, okay, let's say you're at 3% or 4% or 5% or 8%, you've got some work to do. So if you have any questions about webinars, automated webinars, I think automating webinars are great. It's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing to have. Once you've done enough live, perfected the conversation, the training, the inspiration, and perfected the actual offer, the stack, the presentation of whatever it is that you're selling, right? Once you've perfected that, it's singing, people are buying, then you can take it and you can automate it. But what I recommend that you don't do is just take that. You don't want to take that live recording and just stuff it into an automated webinar. That is not how we do it. We actually create a specific recording that's able to be teed up as an automated webinar that they don't think it's automated. We've had people say over the years on our automated webinars that it must be live because we've queued them up right, okay? So if you're gonna build automated webinars, you better do your darndest to make sure that that thing looks live, right? You wanna make it as live and as real as possible, because if it's not, people are gonna say, oh, I can go watch this later. Oh, I don't need this now. Oh, there's no urgency, right? There's no urgency to watch, there's no urgency to buy, okay? And that's the name of the game. You gotta create the urgency to get them in the game and buy your products and services. So if you have any questions with webinars or automated webinars, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. And if you love this video, be sure to leave a comment, tell me your top 3 takeaways or top takeaway from today's video. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you can get notified every time that we upload a new video here on YouTube. And before you go, make sure you grab your free golden ticket. This free golden ticket is loaded with our 7-figure and our 8-figure expert agency and e-commerce funnels, emails, and scripts that we've used to build multi-million-dollar businesses in a variety of different markets. So thank you again for watching this video. Hope you got massive value from it, and I look forward to hearing what your takeaway was from this video. And also, I look forward to seeing you in the upcoming videos that we will be releasing.